Well, it is about that time again that we are live with the Platinum TCR Series. Welcome everyone to this night's event at Okoyama. We have a lot to go through. It can be a championship decider for our leader. Who that is, a lot of people will know already, but I will keep it a mystery until we show the full standings. Let's go on to the calendar then. We have 2 races left, actually 4, but 2 venues left where we race at. That is Okoyama and Oran Park next week, and that will be the end and probably the decider, because it will be very unlikely to be decided here. Well then, let's move into the action then. But first, we have still the Season 2 Platinum TCR Series announcement. It has been announced 2 weeks ago, and if you're interested in participating in this championship, then, well, you can go to the link in the description. We have a link in the description to go to the Discord server, and there you will find the forum to, basically sign yourself up for a season of TCR racing. 6 races at 6 beautiful venues around the globe. Well then, into the action we go. Like we can see here, we are currently at Okoyama, and well, I mean, it's a circuit that I think lays deep in every iRacing driver's heart, because this is a circuit that is free. Because of course all these circuits are free, but this is a circuit where I think every rookie and every D-class or C-class event visits at least one time a season, so 3 or 4 times a year with every season iRacing holds. So plenty of racing the drivers have had here at this circuit, so they should know it pretty well. But yeah, having said that, let's look at the championship then, because we don't have a lot of time to do that. You will have to say goodbye to my ugly face for now. But let's look at the championship standings then. We have the class set here. Vincent Awesomes is in the lead of this championship. 137 points for him. He is leading Winston Eckel, who has 111 points. Big news though in the championship as well. Winston Eckel is currently not here, so yeah, they really are in some big trouble at Platinum Racing Team 1 and Winston as well. That is of course good for Vincent Awesomes, because he has looked off the pace a little bit in this practice session. He only managed to get, at the moment, P7, and he is currently, it looks like, 2.5 tenths, almost 3 tenths down on the lead of this practice at this venue. Well then, in P3 it's Martin Hobson, the nearest championship rival for Vincent Awesomes, who's in the practice just 5 hundredths ahead of Vincento. So it's really close between them as well. Again, 97 points just behind that. Frederick Schwartz, he is looking just a little bit better than both his championship contenders. So he could really climb his way back up into the championship fight this race. Fabian Tobin also on 85 points. He is a wildcard driver, so he is really performing to spec. Well then, Niels Langeveld for GasX Racing Team, 82 points. He can really jump himself up into this groove as well. He is second in the practice at the moment, only 600ths behind his nearest championship, or behind his nearest race rival. Josh Files is in 7th position, 80 points. Just as Jake Browning. Milo Spelman is in 9th. He currently sits on 75.72 points for Cas Brinkhuizen and Frederick or Frank Slotman with 65 points. Benjamin A. Walker on 64 points. No, excuse me, it's Ricardo Romkema first on 64 points. Then it's a big gap to Benjamin A. Walker on 58 points. And that means that Perry just behind that on 53 points is very close. Well, yes, I am very aware of that. You guys can't hear the game sound, but that is just because at the moment I'm going over the championship, which is just so important. This last round before, or this second to last round, this penultimate round before the end of the season. That is why we are not hearing any game sound. It will come to you in a second, but we have to go over the championship first. Benjamin A. Walker, like I said, 58 points. Perry Oosterveer on 53 points. Just behind that, 1 point behind that is Pascal Ebena for PCS to 52 points. And then 49 points for Hugo Augusto. And in 17th place, a man who we really did not expect to be there at this point of the championship. But that is because he has missed a lot of rounds at the moment. And that is Mirko Bortolotti on 44 points. He is looking strong again today. Manix Heister is on 39 points, just as Stefano Pellegrino. Just ahead of that is Andy Kuhn on 42 points. Clement Schmid for Gazak's Racing Team as well on 35 points. Danny Vogel on 33. And on 30 points we have Oscar Fredriksson. He is, at the moment, it looks like he is not here, but oh well. Richard Beukema on 27 points. He's in 24th place. Excuse me. Hugo Akerson also not here. He still has that iRacing ban. Niels Koster on 19 points for Card Academy Esports 2. Nick Kerstens for Team Kerstens on 19 points. Just ahead of Michael Fitzpatrick, and just ahead of as well is that and his teammate Pepe Kerstens. Colin van der Pest on 16 points. Yusuke Tuna, he's on 14 points. It's very close at the bottom of the championship. Sven Merckx looking to do good this time round as well. He is on 13 points, just as Jake Smedley. Gustavo Xavier is currently on 7 points for Gazak's Racing Team. And then we have Jensen De Leeuw and Andrew Seymour, 6 and 5 points respectively. 1 point for Florian Krüger. And the two who haven't scored point in this championship yet is Ben Green and Johnny van der Kratz, who rounds off the championship. Well then, this should be the correct one, I think. Yes, well then. Let's look on to the standings and let's put the game sound up as well. There we have the game sound. Isn't it beautiful to have? Well then. Here we have a little bit of the championship as well. In screen, the team championship this is. This is the correct one. 205 points for PCS2. 190 points for PRT Trackside. Very close at the top of the championship there. So they are really looking to battle that out with those two themselves. Platinum Racing Team 1 is currently in third, 176 points. They are still in with a shot at the title as well. Gazak's Racing Team also still in with a shot at the title for the teams. I think that will be Mirko his goal for this season. PCS 1 in 5th place on 137 points. They are ahead of Lithium Motorsports, who are in 6th, 108 points. They are just behind PCS 1, 29 points, and that will be very close in the championship as well. 87 points for Gazak's TCR team. They are just ahead of Trio Race Esports, 9 points between those two teams. 12 points behind Trio Race is Card Academy Esports too, very close between all of them. Then we have a little bit of a bigger gap back to Gazax Racing Academy. And then Team Kerstens 2 points behind Gazax Racing Academy in 11th place, but only 4 points behind them is Card Academy as well. Their first team. Then Team Platinum Racing Academy 16 points, just ahead of Trio Race Esports and PA Racing, who are rock bottom of this championship, looking to do better this time around as well. They are only 3 points behind Team Platinum Academy, and then on the same points as each other. Where do I think Jake Smedley will finish? I mean, Mr. Jake, that is a trick question. But I think that Jake Smedley, looking on to the result we have in the practice at the moment. Jake Smedley, where is he due to be? He is currently at the bottom of the table. I think if he can get into the top 20, that will be a good result. Top 15 would be very awesome for Jake Smedley to finish there. But definitely, yeah, I think it's just for him, it's been a real learning process this season. To get up to speed in these TCR cars. Well then, having said that, finishing last in practice, that is not where you need to perform. This is where you need to perform. And this is really, really where all the drivers want to perform as well. Well then, first out of the pits looks to be Marnix Heister. He is just ahead of his fellow racer Vincent Ossems, who we will be looking on board with, because this can be the championship decider at this track. But yeah, Jake Smedley looking to finish in the top 15, I think. If he can finish there, it will be a very, very good result for him. But it's been a real learning curve. Marnix Heister letting Vincent Ossems through, of course. Oh, they are having a race in the qualifying at the moment. Up the inside, is Marnix Heister gonna go? No, he is gonna slot in behind that. At the moment, it looks like everyone is just warming up their tires in this first lap. Of course, the second lap will always be faster than their, of course, first lap. But looking with Vincent Ossems, he's going to be the man to beat in qualifying. Having a little bit of slipstream is Marnix Heister just behind that, and I think Mirko Bortolotti, no, it's not Mirko Bortolotti, just behind that. As we have now, of course, some good sectors from Vincent Ossems on that out lap already. Some competitive sectors as well, but then Vincent Ossems now on a lap, but just behind him Marnix Heister slowing down, and I think just blocking the guy behind him as well. But Marnix Heister has all the right to do that because he is on a qualifying lap as well. But Vincent Ossems is looking to just tip away from both of these guys. Martin Hobson for the win. Martin is in third at the moment, so he's really looking to do better than his championship rivals Vincent and Winston. Winston, that's gonna happen for sure. He's gonna stay where he is because he is not in this server. Let me confirm that. Yes, he is not in this server. He is not here this evening. Why that is, I'm unsure about that yet. But Vincent Ossems is currently setting the pace just behind that. It looks like it's Niels Langeveld behind Marnix Heister. It was behind Marnix Heister, but now he is ahead of Marnix Heister. And maybe with that battle as well at the beginning of the lap, he is still going to finish ahead of Vincent Ossems. His second sector time was not as quick as he was before, but very much quicker than Vincent Ossems, it looks like. Mirko Bortolotti with 2 purple sectors at the moment. But it's Vincent Ossems rounding off the last corner to set the first target time for all the drivers. He's going to come across the line with Niels Langeveld just behind him in the slipstream. That's going to give him a little bit of time. But the time that is going to be set by Vincent Ossems is a 1:37.92. Mirko Bortolotti goes ahead of him with a 1:37.42. 3 purple sectors for him there. Stefano Pellegrino with 1 purple sector in 11th at the moment, 1:41. It looks like he got compromised on his qualifying lap as well. We'll stay with Vincent Ossems. At the moment it is this man, Mirko Bortolotti, with the fastest time in this qualifying session. He is half a second quicker than the rest of the field in his first lap. Frank Slotman is also going to look to do good. He is going to come across the line in just a little bit, but behind him Frederick Schwartz as well. He's going to put in a 37.4 as well, or 37.6, excuse me about that. But then we have Vincent Ossems here just ahead of Niels Langeveld. Looks like Niels Langeveld has gone quicker again, and it looks like Niels is just that little bit quicker than Vincent Ossems. First sector 100 quicker, second sector 900, so that adds up to 110 quicker at the moment, 300. So yeah, the last sector really is going to depend on everything, but looks like he's going to be 2/10 quicker around that region than Vincent Ossems. This slipstream is going to gain him a little bit of time as well. What are they going to be able to pit in? Niels Langeveld goes to the top, 1,000 of a second, or 8,000 of a second, that gap to Mirko Bortolotti, but I think they will both be very pleased with that, because those are some very good points for the team championship as well. And Niels Langeveld is still in with a shot at the championship, don't get me wrong. Mirko Bortolotti is a long way out of that fight, but that has his reasons as well. But it looks like it's very close at the top between both Kazakhs boys. Mirko Bortolotti at the moment trailing Niels Langeveld 8,000 of a second. And it looks like Martin Hobson is just behind that as well. As now Josh Files goes to the top of the table. He had a good lap as well. He's now half a tenth clear of everyone else. A man who is going very quick again looks to be Mirko Bortolotti. Martin Hobson with now 2 purple sectors. He is going to be looking to do what he did last time out as well. Only the last sector for him to go to put in a remarkable performance, and a performance that will give him, I think, back a lot more hope in the championship as well. Let's look what he is going to be able to do. Ahead of him it looks to be, I don't know, a Platinum Racing Team member as well, but he's going to come across the line. He's going to go top of the table like we said, with 2/10 very convincingly. 37.043. That is a very, very, very good lap time by Martin Hobson. Ben Green at the bottom of this qualifying session at the moment with a purple third sector. What can he do? He currently hasn't scored points in this championship yet. What is he going to be able to do in those last 2 races of the season? He's going to round off the last corner as well, as we are now at the halfway, and now past the halfway mark at in this qualifying session. It is going to be a 5th place for Ben Green, 37.44 competitive lap time, 0.444 actually. A lot of Kazakhs Racing Team boys at the top of the table now. They are really, really dominating this qualifying at the moment. Frederick Schwartz still ahead, but he did improve, so he got a little bit closer to Martin Hobson. It's now only 1700ths of a, or 1700ths of a second. So 1.5 tenths to round it off nicely. Schwarz with a purple last sector last time out. Martin Hobson with a purple second sector last time out as well. Mirko Bortolotti improved to second, just ahead of Frederick Schwarz. It looks like they have the exact same time on the 1000 as well. Very, very close at the top of this standings. And it looks like we have a lot of support for Martin Hobson in the chat at the moment. That is gonna please him, I think. Ben Green does improve. Josh Files goes to second place. Just one. Oh, that is so close. 11 thousandths of a second behind Martin Hobson. It's so close at the top of the table. It's never been so close, I think, in any practice session or in any qualifying session this season with these drivers, with this much drivers. It's so much drivers within a couple of thousands of each other at the top of the standings at the moment. Mirko Bortolotti currently in third. Josh Files, what a lap from him there. As he is now looking to let everyone by. Vincent Ossems, our championship leader, struggling currently in P10, not really having the best of time out there. 6/10, that is the gap we saw in practice as well. He's not really able to go faster than that, which is quite concerning for Vincent. While his championship rival is up in first, the championship is slipping away from him at the moment. But Michael Fitzpatrick at the bottom of this table does improve with 39.9. That is not really what he was looking for, but he does improve though. Pepper Kerstens improves as well. Nick Kerstens qualifies in 14th. We know he has good starts as well, so that it could be a very promising qualifying position for him as well. As we have only 4 minutes left now in this qualifying session. Looks like Vincent Ossems is not really improving at the moment though. Not really getting closer to that position, but he only has to improve a little bit to jump up to 5th or something. But it looks like it's so close at the top of the standings that it's really, he's really not able to get in the top of the standings that easily when like he did last time out, and it's really going to be a damage limitation race. And it looks like this is going to be the first time as well that Vincent has said that he hasn't been the fastest and that he just doesn't have the pace, that it is going to be true. Meanwhile, in the background there, Mirko Bortolotti giving it everything, touching the gravel on the outside there. Martin Hobson coming across the line, not improving. Mirko Bortolotti a 38.2 or a 37.2 for him as well. He does improve with that, but only by a couple of thousandths of a second. 5,000th of a second, that was a improvement for Mirko Bortolotti. Looks like a man who is improving. Danny Fugel has improved last time out very much as well. Niels Langeveld, he is in 4th/5th. He has been swapping positions with Frederick Schwarz as well, like we have seen all season long. 4th, 5th is really the place where Niels qualifies, and then he finishes well in the races because he has that consistency over the other drivers. Frederick Schwarz. Oh, Frederick Schwarz is improving. This could be big for the lead in this qualifying session, and this could be big for pole position. He needs an improvement of 17 thousandths of a sec, or of 1700ths of a second, so that means 1.5 tenths. Is he going to be able to find that this time around? With only 2 minutes left, it is Frederick Schwarz who does not go to the top, but does get a little bit closer and puts Mirko Bortolotti down a little bit as well. Oh my god, 6. Oh my, oh my, oh my. 600ths of a second, 700ths of a second away from pole position. Niels Langeveld is improving as well. It looks like it's the optimal track as well now. Just Lameveld touching the gravel on the outside there, giving it absolutely everything, coming across the line to put in a lap time of 37.4, and that does not put him up a spot, sadly. A man who is improving very much as well now is Ricardo Romkema. He has 3 green sectors as well. Frank Schlottmann is improving as well. He's towards the top of the standings as well. He's in 6th right now. We'll move on to him in just a little bit. Ricardo Romkema, then what is he going to be able to perform for the team at the moment? It looks like it is going to be a... His lap did not count, sadly. Frank Schlottmann, he is improving as well. He currently needs an improvement of 3.5 tenths to jump up into pole position. That is a lap, or that is a sector where he has given everything at. Let's look what it's going to be at this time around. 37.2 it looks like it is. Yes, it gets even closer at the top of the standings. Hugo Ekersen does a 38.4 as well. That moves him up into, at the moment, 19th position. And that is qualifying wrapped up for you. Martin Hobson looks to have snatched pole position just ahead of the heat race. Let's look at the grid 10. It is Martin Hobson at the moment in pole position. Josh Files in 2nd, Fredrik Schwartz in 3rd. 4th is Frank Schlottmann. A really good qualifying for Martin Hobson, while his championship rival is struggling in 7th at the moment. Not good for Vincent Ossems here, looking to do some damage limitation, pick up the positions that people lose ahead of him, trying to have a good start. Mirko Bortolotti in 5th with the limited amount of practice he had. That is a very good result in qualifying. Niels Lameveld in 6th. Like I said, just ahead of Vincent Ossems in 7th. Ben Green in 8th. Very good qualifying for him, looking to snatch his first points of the season here. 9th is Cas Brinkhuizen. 10th is Richard Beukema. 11th is Marnix Heister. Johnny van der Graats is 12th. 13th at the moment is Benjamin A. Walker. And 14th, Nick Kerstens. Very good qualifying for him as well. Milos Pelman is in 15th. 16th, Jensen Leo. Danny Vogel in 17th. 18th is Perry Oosterveer, doing a good job for his team as well. Again, Hugo Ekersen is in 19th at the moment. And Stefano Perugino in 20th. 21st is Sven Merckx, and 22nd, Michael Fitzpatrick. 23rd, Pepe Kerstens. Yusuke Tune is in 24th, and 25th is Jake Smedley. And then last but not least is Ricardo Romkema. Well then, no Jeroen, this is not Lime Rock, this is... I'll give you the track real quick, race info here. This is Okoyama, but we have to go to the race now, as we have the 5 red lights. 2, 3, 4, 5. They're on now. They are out and we're underway for the first race of this evening. Martin Hobson getting a very good start at the moment as they come down to T1. It's 3 wide for T1. Up the inside goes Josh Files. Mirko Bortolotti with a very good start as well. Around the outside of Frank Schlottmann. He is now trying to go up the inside. That will give him for the next corner. This is a very good battle with Mirko Bortolotti and Frank Schlottmann. Mirko still on the outside. Now trying to go around the outside of Josh Files. Is Mirko going to be able to do this one? Martin Hobson falls back. He goes deep into that hairpin. And that gives him, or that makes him draw back. And now they are side by side, the two championship rivals in the back of the field. Vincent Ossems and Martin Hobson. At the head of the field, it's Mirko Bortolotti alongside Josh Files. And he is now again leading. It seems like Mirko Bortolotti is always able to get to the front of the race in these kind of starts. It's unbelievable, but true. Josh Files is just behind him now. Fredrik Schwartz is in 3rd. 4th is Frank Schlottmann. 5th, Martin Hobson now. He's fallen back 4 places. Trying to go up the inside of Mirko Bortolotti is Josh Files now. but he has Frederick Schwartz around his outside, up the inside, and there's a touch, and he goes round, but he manages to keep it in a straight line. Martin Hobson now has made his way back up into third position. Vincent Ossems currently is falling back a little bit. He is in ninth at the moment. At the inside of him is Ben Green now. He's trying to stay in 8th position, and he gets forced wide. Not really room there for Vincent Ossems, and he gets forced into the barrier there. Our championship leader has to get back to the pit lane, and that is big for the championship as well. Mirko Bortolotti is in first still at the moment. Frederick Schwartz, he is up for a good fight with him as well. This Langeveld, this could really be a race where the two championship rivals get back to each other. Of course, 25 points to earn for Martin Hobson in this championship as well. But Niels Langeveld, he is currently defending from Martin Hobson. This is for the last podium spot. Martin Hobson is going to try and go down the inside of Niels Langeveld. No, Niels covers the inside here. And that is the move that is not going to be able to do so. Martin Hobson, that was a really late dive there from Frank Schlottmann. That is not really how you attack in these cars. There was no room there for Frank Schlottmann, but Martin Hobson manages to keep it in a straight line. He's been touched multiple times now. Marnix Heisler now goes up the inside of Kas Brinkhuis as well. He has had a very, very good start, gained 5 positions as well. A man who has had a very good start as well is in the back of the field, Ricardo Romkema. 12 positions gained. Milos Speelman now going up the inside of him. Nick Kerstens is ahead of both of those in P12. Richard Beukema is in 10th as well. But what a day it has been for our championship leader, Vincent Ossems. It looks like he is still in the pit lane. No, he's not in the server anymore. That is very, very big for the championship. And that is not what you want to see. Mirko Bortolotti still leading the way. 6 tenths clear of Frederick Schwartz at the moment. He is looking to just stay ahead of him as we just take the championship now with us here. Class set 1 here. And we see that, of course, Vincent Ossems was in the lead. Vincent Eckel, who's not here. But it is very close. If he wins this race with 25 points, that will give him 128 points. That will move him up into 2nd position. And only 9 points behind Vincent Ossems. So that is big. Niels Langeveld also needs some points as well. He's not out of this championship battle as well now if he gets 2 very good results. So it's all up for grabs in the championship at the moment. But still, Mirko Bortolotti in the lead of this race. Only 4 tenths now. Frederick Schwartz has eaten something out of that lead, mainly in sectors 2 and sectors 4 is where Frederick Schwartz was very much faster than Mirko Bortolotti. As we look now a little bit further back, Marnix Heister is having to defend from Josh Files. As Josh Files is going to go up the inside of Marnix Heister, and he has that position done and dusted. But now Winston Eckel is not here. Marnix Heister has to take the team points as well. And he is doing just that at the top of the standings. BCS2 will have a chance to run away now with the team championship. But it's not looking likely with that as well. Martin Hobson, he is still behind Niels Langeveld. Like I said, Niels Langeveld, very, very consistent driver. He's now trying to gain on Frederick Schwartz. And then we have a 1-2 for Gas Axe Racing Team. Ben Green has fallen back a lot as well. Hugo Ekersen looks to have crashed as well. Oh no, don't tell me that is a touch. Oh, that is a touch, and he gets forced out wide there. That is a spin. And does he get collected on the way out? Don't tell me. Nobody has crashed there. That is sad to see for Hugo Ekersen. He was at that moment on at least in some championship points paying positions. Well then, like I said, Jake Smedley will be finishing in at least in the top 20. Jake Smedley is at the moment 20th. Here he is. The friendly from Benjamin A. Walker that is at the moment. He's putting in some good lap times. He is faster than the guy ahead of him, Yusuke Kitsune. 6/10 last lap, so he will be very much looking to do as good as he did last time out. Mirko Bortold is still in the lead of the race, but behind that Martin Hobson having difficulties, and Frank Schlottmann now looking to attack him. Not really close enough, but 4/10. That gap stays between Mirko Bortolotti and Frederick Schwartz. It's very, very close. Frederick Schwartz set the fastest last sector time, the fastest fourth sector time last time out. Mirko Bortolotti on the gravel, giving it absolutely everything here, and that is what he can expect from this as well. Well, those are the highlights of the first laps as well. Back to live pictures. We are now into the hairpin. We go. Mirko Bortolotti, that is a very, very good result for him still, if he can keep this going. Frederick Schwartz at the moment in second position, just behind him. Niels Langeveld not really able to clinch onto the back of Frederick Schwartz, just losing just a 10th and a half, something like that, per lap. Last lap he did gain though, but just losing that little bit is that phenomenal time that he really, really can't lose. Niels Langeveld fastest on the track last time out, apart from Josh Files. He is really, really on it at the moment. He set the fastest lap time last time out as well. So he's really, really looking to perform great this time around as well. Still 5/10 the gap. He's built out that lead by like half a tenth at the moment. Marnix Heister still in 7th, but falling back a little bit into the hands of Kos Brinkhauser. Still 1.1 seconds clear of Kos though, but Kos is getting closer with every corner. And he is looking to get within that second now, and that is gonna happen now. He is within a second. Ricardo Romkema is just behind him as well. 3/10 between those two boys. Very, very close now. This is for 7th, 8th and 9th position. And 10th is Richard Beukema with behind him Perry Oosterveer. Very close between those boys as well. Johnny Krautz in 12th. A very good result for him still at the moment for Kart Academy Esports 2. Milo Speelman, he was better last time out at Lime Rock, it looks like, but not really performing like he was last time out at Laguna Seca. Jensen de Leeuw is in 14th at the moment. We have a whole host of Dutch people. Nick Kerstens is in 15th. He has fallen back a lot. That is a little bit sad to see. Pepper Kerstens in the pit as well again. Vincent Osshams, he is not in this session anymore, sadly. Well then, let's look onto the lead of the race again, because that is staying like it was, lap after lap after lap. As we're now at the halfway point of this race, and I mean, what a race it has been at the moment. It is still Mirko Bortolotti ahead of Frederick Schwartz. Niels Langeveld still in 3rd. Almost the same still to Frederick Schwartz, that difference. Martin Hobson is gaining just a little bit on these front guys as well now. Josh Files really, really on it at the moment. Last lap time was Niels Langeveld. He was 3/10 slower than Frederick Schwartz, which means that he had been in the lead, or he had been in that slipstream as well, and it looks like he is going to be now, although it is staying so similar. Well then, Mirko Bortolotti, he has just a little few more corners to go to keep that lead for another lap. as we are now coming up to 7 laps completed by our race leaders. And we still have 8.5 minutes to go in this race. Monix Heiser still in 7th. We'll look with him for a second because he's defending from Ricardo Wonkema now at the moment. Although we have Martin Hobson now very close with Frank Schlottmann. It looks like he has made a mistake last time out. His lap time wasn't as good as it is normally. Frank Schlottmann with Josh Files. This is a very, very good battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. Josh Files being the quickest of these 3, but not really able to find just that way past. Now then, maybe into the slipstream he goes. And it looks like Frank Schlottmann is just eking away that Hyundai very fast in a straight line. Is he going to tuck out of the slipstream? Yes, he is. The inside is going to be defended though. And we have a touch! Martin Hobson gets spun around. No, he keeps it in the straight line again. Martin Hobson. It looks like he's a target at the moment out on track. That is the 7th time or something that he has been touched from the back. And that was 1.5 cents from Frank Schlottmann. That is not how you are supposed to pass. But still, it did happen. And now that gives Josh Files then the opportunity to get back into this. Martin Hobson has to perform as best as he can to get into that championship battle again. Because the gap is pretty big. The gap is at the moment, I think, something like 34 points, which is quite big for the time being. But still, a 5th place finish or a 6th place finish just behind Josh Files is not bad. But having had pole position, it could have been so much more. Frank Schlottmann now, they are so close, and now Josh Files is going to try and get a better exit out of this corner, and he does so. This is a very good exit and a very good opportunity for Josh Files to get into 4th position, gaining. The inside will be defended by Frank Schlottmann though. Now alongside on the outside, Frank Schlottmann, is he gonna go deep into this corner? No, he is not. I think Josh expected him to. That is why he kept it so wide there. And that has brought Martin Hobson right back into the mix. Ricardo Wonkema looks to have gotten past Monix Heister as well. So Monix Heister now down in 8th position. Ricardo Wonkema, he has gained 19 positions in this first race. That is absolutely amazing. Mirko Bortolotti still in the lead of the race. He's been under pressure from Frederick Schwartz for 14 minutes now. But he is able to hold off that pressure. Josh Files then still getting closer with every lap he gets. Jake Smedley just outside of the points at the moment. But he's looking to do as good as he did last time out as well. Brinkhuis in the middle of the field then. He is in 11th. He's fighting currently with Jonathan Katz ahead of him. In 12th position. He gained 6 positions from his starting position as well. So really getting close to that back end of Kos now at the moment. And what is he then looking forward to in this reverse race? In this reversed grid race, the top 15 gets reversed. So that means that Ben Green now has pole position for the reversed grid for the reversed grid feature race. My God, English is a difficult language. Well, then Mirko Bortolotti will look on to Langeveld, who still is at the same gap to Frederick Schwartz as he was a little few laps ago. 16.5 minutes completed as he crosses the line. James Medley falling down now into 23rd, just behind his teammate Michael Fitzpatrick. It's like Pepe Kerstens is on the pit exit now as well. He is behind a lot already. But Mirko Bortolotti, he is still in the lead of this race, building out that lead by just a few tenths every lap, just staying consistent is really what Mirko is good at. Almost within a second again, Frederick Schwartz, but not really able to do so. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat as well, and I will try and answer them as best as possible. Marnix Heister is still behind Ricardo Womkema as well now. He's been able to just lift with the pace of Ricardo Womkema. He's been able to cling on to the back of him, putting him under pressure maybe. Maybe that Ricardo cracks under the pressure at some point or at some stage in this race. Not really at this moment, as we have, I think, just 2 more laps to go. Yes, 2 more laps to go now. We will have 13 laps completed if the when the checkered flag falls at Okoyama. To be honest now, Josh Files has gotten ahead of Frank Schlottmann, and he is now not really pulling away as much as I thought he would, but he is putting in the lap times that I thought he would. So Martin Hobson looking to get 1 position back in those last few laps. Of course, these guys also 1.5 laps to go for them now as well. But I mean, what more can you say than Martin Hobson has been a little bit of a target this heat race. Let's hope he can do just a little bit better to put that, to make the championship just that little bit closer again. Although now Mirko Bortolotti is coming up to his last lap, just a few more corners to go, and then he will have to do them for 1 more time. Tires are dropping off, it looks like, for everyone around him as well. He doesn't seem to have as much tire wear as the guys around him. Well then, white flag it is for Mirko Bortolotti at the moment. And it's been a rather convincing win for Mirko Bortolotti at this stage. But what I think Mirko could not have anticipated was that, I mean, Martin Hobson felt so far back. It was really, he got himself into trouble going deep into the hairpin at lap 1, where he lost a lot of time. That dropped him back, I think it's 8th or 9th position. Of course, on the first lap everyone is so close, so you easily drop positions, but that is where he dropped back to, and that is when all the calamity started. Managed to get back from that as well very quickly, but then got touched around again when in 4th position. Well then, very close this is still between all of these guys. Is Martin Hobson going to try a late lunge on Frank Schlottmann, pay him back the favor? Doesn't look like that is going to happen. Oh, up the inside here then maybe. Frank Schlottmann is aware of that, but we have Mirko Bortolotti with just 1 corner to go for this race win. And he is going to come through into the race victory. That is a very good result with the limited amount of practice that Mirko had. But this is so close. Tucking out of the slipstream is Martin Hobson, and he does not win this this race, or he never had a chance to win it anyway after the first lap, but he does not finish in 5th this time around. 6th is what he has to settle for. By Osterveers, we have them now all coming across the line. All the drivers here. Jake Smedley, like I said, he's going to be able to, he's going to try and get to the bottom half of the points paying positions, but did not really happen for him. And I think we have our result in now as well. Yes, we do. Let's talk about that result as well then. And look if we can find some highlights as well. Well then, this is the points everyone has gotten here in the championship at the moment. Mirko Bortolo, 25 points gained for him. Frederick Schwartz is in second, 21 points for him. And then it's just canning off 1 point every time. Here it is, just a little bit clearer looking. Niels Langeveld finished 3rd, a very good result for him out as well today. Again, Josh Files in 4th. 5th is Frank Slotman. Martin Hobson is 6th as well. 7th is Ricardo Romkema. 8th is Marnix Heister. 9th is Johnny van der Kraat. 20th, Richard Beukema. 11th, Cas Brinkhuizen. 12th, Perry Ooster. Very good result for him out there as well. Milo Spilman is 13th. Ben Green picking up his first points of this season. He is in 14th. Jensen De Leeuw is in 15th. 16th, Stefano Pellegrino. 17th, Nick Kerstens. 18th, Sven Merckx picking up points again. And 19th, Benjamin A. Walker, and Yusuke Tuna picks up a point as well. Well, that is everyone who has who is finished in the points. Well then, I mean, looking on to what we've had so far, this is a very, very good result for all the drivers, and they have pretty much earned it. Very, very good result again for yeah, I mean, very good result again for Mirko Bortolotti, and he has shown it a couple of times now where he is really, really, really on it when it counts, and I think he did not expect yeah, true. I mean, what he did not expect was to be in P1, of course, after the first race. That was really, I think, a surprise for him as well. Well, yeah, unlucky Hobson. What goes around comes around. Yes, true. I think, I mean, Hobson has had a, yeah, I mean, a good, yeah, how do I say that? He has had a good race as well still, but not really the result he was looking for. Jensen De Leeuw has pole position for the reversed top 15 feature race. Ben Green is in 2nd. 3rd is Milo Speelman. 4th, Perry Oosterweer. 5th, Cas Brinkhuizen. 6th, Richard Beukema. 7th, Johnny van der Kraat. 8th, Marnix Heister. Ricardo Ronkema. 9th, 10th, Martin Hobson. 11th, Frank Slotman. 12th is Josh Files. Then we 13th we have Niels Langeveld. 14th, Frederick Schwartz. 15th, Mirko Bortolotti. 16th, Stefano Pellegrino. Nick Kerstens is 17th. 18th, Sven Merckx again. 19th, Benjamin A. Walker. Yusuke Tuna is in 20th again as well. And then we have Danny Fugel, 21st. 23rd is Michael Fitzpatrick. Jake Smedley is in 23rd. 24th is Hugo Ekersen. 25th is Pepper Kerstens. And 26th is Vincent Aussems. Well then, let's look on to the front of the field as they go green. Jensen De Leeuw at the front of all of this. We have 5 red lights and they are out for the last race of this evening. Jensen De Leeuw with a terrible start, and that kicks all calamity off in front of him. Oh, he gets a touch. But looks like Perry Oosterveer is at the head of the field as well there, as we have a little touch in the background as well. Who is that storming through the field there is, I think, Nick Hastings as well. Yes, he is storming through the field side by side with Mirko Bortolotti up his inside. He's going to go there. Mirko Bortolotti falling back some places after that bad start he had really again. And it looks like we have some drivers going off here. Ben Green is off as well in that turn. A lot of drivers are off there, and that is not what they were looking for, to be honest. But Martin Hobson is up into 6th position already. That is not what you want to see. As someone goes straight on there, and that is a big crash. I don't know who that might have been, but Martin Hobson got away with that one. Very lucky. Let's look at that one again. Was it Yusuke Tune? It looks like it was Yusuke Tune. Was he the one that crashed? No, it was not Yusuke Tune. It was someone else as well. I don't know what happened there, to be honest. Because Brinkhauser, was he the one? No, he was not the one. Oh, that is not what you want to see there. But a very unfortunate start there. And again, something that you don't want to see, really. Martin Hobson gained a lot of positions in that start. Perry Oosterveer is in 1st position. Now, when Vincent Ossems isn't here, it's really Perry Oosterveer that team relies on to get the points. And I think that Perry Oosterveer is doing exactly what Vincent expected from him. Don't know why Vincent is out of this server at the moment, excuse me. I don't know why that is the case, but it is what it is. Milos Spillman now right behind Perry Oosterveer. And alongside each other, Josh Files and Ricardo Romkema. Again, this is deja vu. Although this is now for 1 position higher, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Niels Langeveld is currently in 10th position. He's gained 3 positions from that start as well. But it's deja vu for these 3 at the front of the field. Fourth now at the moment is Josh Fowl just behind Ricardo Romkema, but as we can see, it's very close at the front as well. The battle for the lead is absolutely on at the moment. Perry Oosterveer, can he withstand the pressure for 17 more minutes from Milo Speelman? That is the question. Is he able to keep the pace up in the slipstream now, Milo Speelman? Looks like he loses some time under braking on Perry Oosterveer, but then on acceleration he is very quick. And if Perry Oosterveer wants to keep this up, he is gonna have some real issues, because it looks like Milo Speelman is just that little bit faster than Perry Oosterveer here. But in the background then, Josh Files and Ricardo Romkema going side by side again. Martin Hobson maybe trying to get a good exit here. Trying to get up the inside, and yes he does so, of Ricardo Romkema. He is now up the inside. Ricardo Romkema can't close that door now. He can, he's not on the inside anymore. Ricardo Romkema now looks to the outside of Josh Files. Is he going to be able to do this though? He's going to make it stick, and now up the around the outside goes Martin Hobson there, and he gets forced off again by Ricardo Romkema. I mean, Ricardo, this is some naughty driving there, again pushing Martin Hobson off. And that is, I don't know how many times Martin Hobson is going to get unlucky this season, but now up his inside he has Niels Langeveld as well, who knows how to attack in these situations. He knows that Martin is vulnerable now. Don't get forced out wide again. No, he doesn't. They left each other enough room, and that is how it's done. Mr. Ricardo, but that is some naughty driving by Ricardo Ronquema there again. Again, he is the one pushing Martin Hobson off. Sven Max then is 12th at the moment. I would love for him to gain 2 position as well to get into the top 10. He has had a good start as well. Just ahead of him is Benjamin A. Walker, who has had some good pace as well. He has showed some great consistency. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not usually how it goes in with PRL, but with these, with this many drivers on the grid, you can expect to have some of those crashes as well. But now, Benjamin A. Walker is just eking clear of Sven Merckx. Mirko Bortolotti gained 8 positions as well. 9 positions gained by Fredrik Schwarz. Ricardo Ronquema. I mean, what can we say about it? Not that much really, to be honest. Ben Green was the big loser on the opening lap. He is back in 13th again. He has lost 11 positions from his opening lap till this one. Perry Oosterveer still ahead. A train creating now behind Perry Oosterveer. But Perry is defending very well here. Miro Spillman not finding a way past. And now the dive is there. And now he is going to have to keep the speed up around the outside. He's going to force him out wide here, Perry Oosterveer. And he still has that position. This is absolutely amazing defending from Perry Oosterveer. But it is now really piling up the pressure behind him. Look at that train behind Perry Oosterveer. Down the inside now, Milos Speelman tries to go. He leaves the room there and he's now all over the back of Perry Oosterveer. Milos Speelman almost pushing Perry Oosterveer through there. That is how close he is. Josh Files. This is a better look. But it's so close. Trying to go up the inside as well now. Oh, and there goes Perry Oosterveer deep into the hairpin. As we have a crash there, Mirko Bortolotti just able to avoid that one. It looks like that was... I don't know actually who that was, but Ricardo Ronquema did crash there. Yes, what goes around comes around, Milo. That is a very good statement there from you. And what goes around comes around. There goes Ricardo Ronquema. Oh, reversing there. That is not what you want to see. And that is also not a safe rejoin. What the fuck is that? I mean, what... I am a little bit speechless at the moment about what happened there. And it just so happens to be Sven Merckx as well, getting some damage off of that as well. Ben Green almost pushing his way through. Boys, keep it clean, keep it neat and tidy. Benjamin A. Walker, it's really those Trio Race Esports guys who are... Or it's Benjamin who... Normally he races cleanly, so I don't expect this from Benjamin, but this is very close as well. Martin Hobson now back up into 8th again, now fighting with Niels Langeveld again. Mirko Bortolotti gaining some good points as well now. He is up into 6th position. Well then. Niels Langeveld, and he is just ahead still of Martin Hobson, Mirko Bortolotti is still ahead of both of those two. Milo Speelman now fighting it out. Perry Oosterveer still on the podium though. Still a very good position for him to be in, but he is slowing the others down now, which is actually benefiting Martin Hobson in the championship as well, because he can now get closer. But we're halfway through this race. And now trying to look and go around the outside of Perry Oosterveer is Fredrik Schwartz, trying to make it through. Out up the inside now goes Fredrik Schwartz. Now Mirko Bortolotti capitalizes on the attempt Frank Schlottmann made there to go around the outside. That did not work. Mirko Bortolotti now up the inside. Is he going to be able to make this one stick around the outside as well? Is Fredrik Schwartz of Perry Oosterveer not really able to make it stick, but Perry is really defending for his life here. Trying to keep that podium position alive for himself. This is not doing any of their pace to the good, and there we have them in the background. A dive now from really far back from Fredrik Schwartz. It is going to result in Perry now it is going to result in Perry crashing at some point, it looks like. But let's hope that does not happen. Up the inside here then. Closing that gap as well. They are fighting now. Martin Hobson and Niels Langeveld, Mirko Bortolotti also still in the, he is again on the podium as well. And just ahead of him are P1 and P2. And he is catching up to them with the guys behind him. Milo Speelman and Josh Files, they are fighting it out for the first positions. And like I said, it's a little bit of the commentator's curse. I'm sorry for Perry as well. A crash was inevitable there. It was so close all the time. But Mirko Bortolotti is the real gainer out of all of this. He got through all of this and he is now looking to get the win again. He still has some time left. Up the inside of Milo Speelman now goes Josh Files. This is not going to help Mirko though, but Josh Files on his own has a lot of pace. But he has gotten really close because of all of this now. Maybe down the inside or around the outside is Milo Speelman trying to go now. Mirko Bortolotti catching up to the back of him so quick. Now around the outside is Milo Speelman gonna go. He tucks out of the slipstream and there he is, going deep maybe. Mirko Bortolotti now going around the outside for the next corner, making it 3 wide. And there is another crash. Mirko Bortolotti goes through again. It's unbelievable. He keeps it in a straight line. Josh Files, that is very props to him for keeping it in a straight line there. But it is a little bit of a wreckfest out on track at the moment. Mirko Bortolotti and Milo Speelman racing it out now at the moment, as our founder is in the chat as well. That is never good to see because that means he is out of this race. Marnix, I'm just saying it now, we have to do something about the driving standards. They've been very low this time around, and this is not something that I want to see and I think the viewers want to see every week again. Mirko Bortolotti is again in the lead. It's going to be maybe a double for him. That is maybe going to throw him back into the championship again. Martin Hobson still in 7th, falling back now a little bit on Niels Langeveld as well. Josh Files is in 5th, Frank Schlottmann is in 4th, and Frederik Schwartz and Milo Spillman now fighting it out for 2nd and 3rd. Maybe repaying the favor just a little bit. And in a little bit it's going to be Frank Schlottmann up the inside of Niels Langeveld. Oh no, Josh Files is up the inside of Frank Schlottmann, excuse me about that. But it's side by side, it's almost like they are gridding up, but this is amazing to see. Up the inside now, hopefully not another crash. Oh, so close, we have a little touch there. Oh, it's so close, it's inevitable that something is going to happen, and again a little touch. Frank Schlottmann is just a pinball at the moment out on track. Forcing someone onto the grass here is Josh Files. Or Josh Files is forced out on the grass by Frank Schlottmann. This is, I mean, so many things have evolved around Frank Schlottmann, and yeah. I'm not the one judging about this, I'm going to keep quiet about it, but Milo Spillman is also in his rear, or he is also in the rear mirror of Milo Spillman now. Trying to go up the inside of Frank Schlottmann, of Milo Spillman is Frank Schlottmann now as well. But Niels Langeveld trying to go up the inside of both of them. Going deep is Frank Schlottmann now, but he is ahead of Milo Spillman. Niels Langeveld trying to go around the outside. Just behind him is Martin Hobson trying to go around the outside of Josh Files. This is big for the championship. Up the inside he goes now. He has the shorter line, but he has the outside for this corner as well. Now he has to look at 3 wide. It's ahead of that. Milo Spillman just in the middle of that. Frank Schlottmann and Niels Langeveld gets ahead of Milo Spillman now. And he's now going to be looking to attack Frank Schlottmann. Absolutely defending the inside. He is there. And he's now going to try and go around the outside. Frank Schlottmann is going to go deep here, but he parks on the apex. Niels Langeveld has to watch out that he doesn't get crashed again. Martin Hobson, all of this fighting has allowed Martin Hobson to get back into the fight as well. For this fight is from 3rd to 7th. That is absolutely amazing to see. Now Martin Hobson maybe trying to go up the inside here. No, not really desperate to do it though. Martin Hobson is just thinking about the championship here. Every point he gets is a point closer to Vincent Ossem's. And now, oh, trying to go around the outside. Is that going to happen? Niels Langeveld and Frank Schlottmann now, they are clear of the rest ahead of them. But I'll give you a lap around the circuit with Mirko Bortolotti just real quickly, like we do as always. Well then, starting the last lap now is Mirko Bortolotti. And it looks like just behind him is Frank Schlottmann and Martin Hobson going up the inside. He's passed Josh Files, and that has put him up into 5th. This championship is absolutely going to the last race, and nothing is decided here. Niels Langeveld is just ahead of all of this, but Martin Hobson now has to fend off Josh Files for just 1 lap to gain just a little more points on Vincent Osshams. Is he going to be able to do so? Around the outside is Josh Files maybe going to be able to go. We've not seen this be done very often, but is Josh Files going to be able to make this one work? It looks like he has the better exit. Is he going to be able to defend the inside? Yes, he is. He has made that pass work. Martin Hobson. Is he going to try and come back around the outside? No, parking on the apex there is Josh Files. This is really, really close racing between all of them. Milos Vilman has dropped back a lot. Ben Green has managed to pick his way up into 8th again, though. Sven Merckx in the top 10. That's what I'm most excited about. But hey, Mirko Bortolotti now has 1 last corner to go to make it a double, or 2 more corners to go to make it a double this evening, and really get back into the championship fight as well. And it is going to be Mirko Bortolotti who wins the 2nd race, the feature race of this evening as well. He makes it a double, which we haven't seen in this championship yet, and he is the first one to do so. Fredrik Schwarz finishes behind that. Frank Schlottmann also behind Josh Files, finishes ahead of Martin Hobson. Milos Speelman drops back a lot. Sven Merckx finishes in the top 10. But yeah, what can we say about that? Well. It's, I think, Pepe Kersten's the only one to finish this race, and then we are done for tonight. Yes, it is Pepe Kerstens. He's now, yeah, he has finished the race. Well then, we have all the results out for you on the table as well tonight. What a night it has been, and I don't really know what to say about that, really. Well, we'll look on to the result then for this race. Here we go. Mirko Bortolotti gets 25 points again as well. It's Kevin, you've joined a little bit late. It's done for tonight as well. You can see the standings here as well, though. Mirko Bortolotti making it a double as well. Fredrik Schwarz finishing just behind that in 2nd. Frank Schlottmann in 3rd. Niels Langeveld in 4th. 5th is Josh Files. 6th. Martin Hobson. 7th is Milos Speelman. Ben Green is in 8th. 9th is Benjamin A. Walker. Sven Merckx is in 10th. 11th is Dani Vogel. 12th Jensen De Leeuw. Cas Brinkhuizen is in 14th. Or in 13th. 14th is Richard Beukema. 15th Hugo Ekersen. Nick and Pepe also picking up points again as well. 16th and 17th. Jake Smedley is in 18th. 19th is Perry Oosterveer. And 20th is Johnny Kratz. That is all the people who have finished within the points. And well, like I said, Jake Smedley in the top 20. Yes, he did finish in the top 20. And well, let's look on to everything that has happened in this race with the drivers themselves. And I think that this, of course, being a very important race as well for the championship, it's even more important for some other drivers as well. In the waiting room, we have Nick Kerstens to take into the interview as well. Now, Nick, welcome.
Yes, hello.
Nick, both of you picking up points in the feature race as well, but I think both of you won't be happy with how it has unfolded this evening.
No, it just doesn't make sense to dive bomb everywhere, especially in hairpins. My dad got he just crashed out because of another guy on the track,
Yeah,
and in the second heat, the feature race,
yeah,
the same guy did the same thing to him.
yeah. Well, we've seen
It's
it on stream multiple times now. The racing standards have been very, very low, and sadly, you guys have been a victim of that.
yeah.
But yeah, are there some positives you can take away from this race? Your pace looked to be top 10 worthy.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't as fast as the top 10. I think they were a bit faster than me, but I could have ended there if someone didn't crash me out in the feature race. I could have been like 11th or 12th.
Yeah. Well, Nick, it's sad to hear that you've both in Team Kerstens have fallen victim to the low racing standards of tonight. But we hope to see you next week at the last race. So yeah, good luck out there then, and thank you for the interview, buddy.
Yes. See you there.
Well then, we'll move swiftly on to someone who will be, I think, he can be happy with the results from this evening, finishing 23rd in the first race and 18th, like I said, in the top 20 in the feature race. It's Jake. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, Jake, welcome. You finished 18th in the feature race. I have to ask you a question first, though. In the live chat, just to be sure, it is you, right?
It is me,
Yeah,
yeah.
I knew it from the beginning, but yeah, yeah. I said you finished. You would finish top 20. Maybe if you got lucky, top 15. But like I said, it's been a learning curve for you this whole season. And for you, has this race been better than your last race?
No, I'd say this one was one of the trickiest because I'm not too familiar with Okayama, so this was probably one of the toughest races on the calendar for me.
Yeah. Well, still, is there improvement in how you handle the car from last week?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we're taking it race by race, and I'm slowly getting used to the car again. So I reckon next week, maybe top 10, I don't know, but I'm definitely getting more used to the car.
Yeah. Well, Jake, great to hear. Yeah, I think you've not fallen victim, luckily, to the low racing standards in this evening's race, but yeah, definitely something we'll have to look to address as Platinum Racing. But yeah, Jake, thank you for the interview, and I hope you have a good race out there next week, the last one of the season.
Thank you, see you then.
Well then, we'll swiftly move on to someone who I think won't be happy with his result in the feature race, definitely finishing 25th, is Michael Fitzpatrick. Welcome.
Hello. Yeah, not a
Yes.
great race today. Not finishing even the second race after I misjudged my braking completely and drove into a wall.
Oh,
Not a great way to finish.
no, definitely
But
not.
first race was a bit better. I feel the pace this week was a lot better. I knew I wasn't too far off compared to some of the other tracks this season. But having a few mistakes, it didn't go. I don't think I got any points this week. But yeah.
Yeah, what makes it that you are closer to the top than you normally are? Is it just a track that you're really familiar with?
I don't know. I've always liked this track. I feel it's been a good track for me in all the series I've raced here, even in the official iRacing ones as well. Like the position I qualified wasn't great, but the actual time gap was a lot less than as in the other tracks throughout the year,
Yeah.
season even.
Yeah. At the last race at I think Alta Orton Park, I think
Last
it is.
What's it called? Laguna Seca.
Yeah.
That was a really good race for the whole team, even all of us finishing in the top 15 in the feature race. So yeah, it was a solid race there. But shame not to continue the momentum through to this weekend. Week.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Michael, you've driven amazing in the first race, definitely. Second race, a little bit tougher luck. Driving into a wall is not the best thing to do in a race.
No.
But yeah,
I'll keep my car out of the wall next week.
yeah, definitely try and do that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Michael, thank you for the interview and good luck at that next week.
No problem. Bye.
Well, then we'll move on to our last one, and it's someone who I think will be very happy with his performance this evening. It's Benjamin. Benjamin, welcome.
Alright, I'm here.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, it took still a minute for connecting, but
Well, you've had a great feature race and I think a great heat race as well. It's been an amazing evening for you, to say the least. Tell us about it.
well, the heat race did not go as planned with lap 1, but it's just always like that sometimes. But
Yeah.
then the feature, it was just absolute carnage, and that's pretty much all I gotta say for the feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just wrecking all over the place. If none of that happened, I probably would have not even gotten close to the same finish.
Yeah. Well, still finishing 9 and staying out of all the carnage that happened is still a ability that you have. You seem to most of the time stay out of trouble. How do you manage that?
That's what happens when you do mostly oval racing.
Oh, so it's just your quick reaction time that just adds to that. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Aiden, Benjamin, how do I need to call you?
Just go by Aiden because that's my real name.
Yeah,
I
well,
still need to get my IRC name changed.
Aiden, you've had an amazing feature race. Hopefully, the racing standards are a little bit better in the last race of the season. I definitely hope so. But yeah, thank you for the interview and for being so honest. And we'll see you in the last race of the season.
Thank you.
Well then, that is all for tonight as well. Well, that is sad to hear that you left the league because of the racing standards, because the racing standards have been pretty good in last races, but it's just that this race was just something else. It's a track where you have a lot of room, and it's the smallest track for racing, which was I think Lime Rock Park, has produced the best and the cleanest racing of the season, which I mean, it shows that all the drivers have the ability to race cleanly, but it just didn't happen tonight, and then I don't know why. I think that's because it's going to the end of the season. The drivers is getting eager to pick up those points. They know they don't have a lot of time left, but definitely Mirko Bortolotti. Sad we couldn't speak to him in an interview this evening, because he has made it the double, the first double we've seen in this season. So definitely something to address or definitely something to take a positive from for GasX Racing team there. But yeah, the driving standards, talking about that, it usually is very, very good at Platinum Racing League, but it's just this evening was just something else, and it'll definitely get addressed. So yeah, don't let this fool you into anything. It's definitely not something that we see often in the league, and it's definitely something that we are very harsh in punishing on in the league as well, because we do want fair and clean racing as well. But hey, that is all for the PRL TCR series again this evening. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to give us a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel. 83 subscribers we are at the moment, I think, at the moment of this live stream. Yeah, well, if you want to join the league as well, the link is in the description below. Also, a link to our website as well, and our sponsor msdrops.nl as well. Make sure to check them out as well. And well, I mean, if that is all for me today, I'll say thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll hope to see you next week at the championship decider for these PRL TCR series. Until then, stay safe, keep on racing,